Yeah, Chris picked up a straight draw. A jack would give him Broadway. He also could get runner spades.
King wouldn't help too much. Help a little. Give me 2 out, 3 outs.
Calculator working again in Ferguson's head.
I'm in a little trouble.
Turn card, 4 of clubs does not help. Well, Chris thinks he's done.
Oh, I got a jack. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Chris lost his head for a moment, Lon. He thought he was drawn dead. Chris does need a jack and a jack only, or he is done.
And now the river card. It is a 5 of hearts, and Aikenhead will finally put away Chris Ferguson.
His bracelet drop continues. Number 6 will have to wait.
He'll win over $388,000 for third place, but what a tremendous run for an all-time great player.
Indeed, Chris outlasts all but 2 of the 3,929 players. Another stellar showing for Chris Ferguson.
But now we are heads up. James Aikenhead and Grant Hinkle each looking for their first World Series bracelet. A record field of nearly 4,000 entered. Now only 2 remain. James Aikenhead, the former train driver, going full speed ahead towards the title. And Grant Hinkle, with the support of his brother and mom, looking to make winning this tournament a family affair. Only one will walk away with a bracelet and over $800,000. And Grant Hinkle right now enjoying a little more than a 2-to-1 chip advantage on James Aikenhead.
Both are celebrating birthdays in a couple of days. Aikenhead will turn 25. Hinkle will turn 28.
Aikenhead, the chip leader when we started the final table, hopes to be the chip leader when we finish the final table.
Well, actually, Lon, I'd like to keep this bracelet in the USA if we could. Huh?
Yeah, I hear ya. Aikenhead, Jack 8 offsuit, limps in from the small blind. Hinkle, Queen 8 offsuit, will check his option. So a limped pot. And here's the flop, and it's 9 Queen Jack. Both hit their best card, but Hinkle leads with top pair.
And they both have an identical straight draw.
Hinkle checks it. Aikenhead with middle pair. Healthy bet of 175.
Hinkle gets poker advice from his brother Blair. Aikenhead is sharing a house this summer with fellow members of the poker-playing hit squad. I'm sure they talk poker all night long.
Blair Hinkle makes the call with top pair. Aikenhead now looking for a double up here. A heads up to overtake Blair Hinkle. Turn card is a 7 of clubs. Hinkle's queens still lead. He checks.
Grant checks.
Well, you see the percentages. Grant Hinkle with a stranglehold on this hand.
Aikenhead has to feel his jacks are pretty strong right now. Hinkle has only been following, not leading. Aikenhead now, again more than half the pot, 375.
Grant Hinkle calls with top pair and that straight draw. Remember, both with an identical gut shot straight draw.
All right, so now the river card. And it is another jack, a miracle card for Aikenhead. He gets the check mark with trips.
He was behind every step of the way until now.
Hinkle checks a third time. And Aikenhead lining up his troops. How much will he bet? 800,000.
800,000.
800,000.
Aikenhead bet after the flop, after the turn, and after the river.
As she has been during the late stages of this tournament, Len Hinkle over the shoulder of her son Grant.
Grant is getting 2.5 to 1 on his money to call here. You know, I'd be so undecided what to do. I'd ask his mother.
Call.
Hinkle makes the call with queens and jacks, but it's the 3 jacks of Aikenhead that will win the pot.
Jack 8.
And a big win at a critical time for James Aikenhead.
Hinkle shows the bad beat that was delivered upon him.
Mom says, why didn't he check raise all in after the turn?
I guess she doesn't text bad news. Well, Aikenhead gathering in some luck, but I'm telling you, Lon, I don't feel like shipping this bracelet out to the old British Empire.
All right, so Aikenhead much stronger now. You see Grant Hinkle's chip lead has shrunk $6.5 million to $5.3.
Both these players like to play aggressively.
Aikenhead's best tournament cash ever was $44,000 just a couple of weeks ago in a UK event. He's guaranteed at least $500,000 tonight. Hinkle, 10-4 of diamonds.
350.
And he's going to raise it to $350,000.
That's an odd bet. $320,000 would have been a min raise. 350 is a min raise, I guess, with a sales tax.
Ace King for Aikenhead.
A bracelet, he says, would complete him. I don't know what he would do then for the next 60 years.
All right, so the small raise to Aikenhead.
1.2.
And he's going to push it even further, $1.2 million with Ace King.
See, that's how you raise, Lon. That's why Great Britain used to have colonies worldwide. Push the other guy out.
And that should be exactly what happens with his 10-4.
All in. Cool.
All in.
All in. And a call from Aikenhead, of course.
Oh, Lord.
Hinkle's been caught.
Jeez.
Have a pair?
No, he doesn't have a pair. Grant is embarrassing America here, Lon, not to mention his mother. Grant, you're making England look good again.
Aikenhead technically at risk, but is Ace King against the 10-4 suited of Hinkle.
And Grant looks like he's been caught with his hand and foot in the cookie jar. And Aikenhead poised to take control.
Well, Grant finding some humor in the situation. Not sure Blair and Lynn are. All right, so Aikenhead at risk, ready for the flop now. The flop 10-4, 10! Oh, my! Hinkle flops a full house.
That is somewhat remarkable. Grant is back. The Hinkles are back. America's back. We're a superpower, baby.
Oh, my goodness. Aikenhead cannot believe what he has just seen.
That's incredible. This is over. Aikenhead would have to hit running aces or running kings. Oh. Grant Hinkle is going to have bragging rights on his brother, and he can fly home first class. What a flop.
All right, not over just yet. Now the turn card. Now it's over! Quad tens for Hinkle gives him his first bracelet.
Why not?
And astonished James Aikenhead can only politely congratulate Grant Hinkle.
And Grant apologizing there for his reckless play that swept Aikenhead out of here.
You've heard the expression, it was in the cards. Well, with a measly 10-4 to start, it was indeed in the cards, this title tonight. A proud Lynn Hinkle watches her son collect the spoils of victory.
Lynn deserves a lot of credit. She raised a good boy and a World Series champion.
Tonight's final table featured an intense rivalry.
I want him out of here.
And a poker legend who wouldn't go down without a fight. But in the end, it was Grant Hinkle with his mom and brother squarely in his corner who quietly moved up the leaderboard and took home the bracelet.
Credit your mother or your brother Blair more for this bracelet.
Definitely my brother Blair.
Wait. Who gave birth to the man?
Your mother points out that she conceived you.
Yeah, she just has to make sure she embarrasses me at every moment possible.
It's an embarrassment of riches on this night for Grant Hinkle. For Norman Chan, I'm Lon McCarran. See you next time from the World Series of Poker.